Hello, creatives. My name is Renato Francia, and you're listening to The Creative Process. Today, we're going to talk about a thing that I consider mostly valuable, especially in this time and age where everything is involved in software, everything is involved in technology. And there's one thing in particular that every single one of those pieces that I just mentioned has in common, and that's called coding, programming, all the sciences involved in technology, and that's especially in the virtual arts. I'm not going to talk about more the hardware arts, but the virtual arts, how to code, what's the logic behind it, and is it hard or is it easy? Which one of things you want to code? So there are three things that you need to learn, you need to do in order to learn how to code. Number one is study basically it. You can always get a CS major, but there are like three ways that are alternative of what you can do in order to make things happen. So number one is going to be finding a project that you want to work on. Nothing generates a better quality of code than passion. Passion to do something that you want, because passion sparks curiosity, curiosity sparks action, and action sparks results. So that find a special project that you want to do that you always thought it was hard. It could be an artificial intelligence, it could be a website, it could be the next Facebook, it could be an application mobile. Just find that project that you want to do and then do the next thing. Break that project into pieces. We're going to talk about later about strategies that you can use and how to tackle that problem, but for now just find that project. That's the most important thing you need to do. Second thing you need to do is find an open source project. If you don't have a passion of a project, find something that who's building something that's a passion of a project. So that way you can see how code works, what is the standard, what is being used out there. A great resource to actually see it is called GitHub, it's github.com, and that's a great way to find code and find projects that have been supported by many professionals in the world. So if you want to learn that, just go ahead, click on github.com and start checking out all the cool projects. And trust me, it's going to be a lot of time saving material that you're going to find there. Because sometimes there are tools that you might need when you're developing your own project. And then if you go to GitHub, you find one or two things that are make your life a lot easier. A third thing that you can do, it's called be part of a community. And be part of a community means staying active with the community of developers, finding questions, answering questions. Go to Stack Overflow, and then from there are like thousands of questions related to different type of coding languages, different type of topics. Focus more on those questions that are related to the things that you want to do. Like if you're developing an artificial intelligence in Python, focus on Python first, language, learn the language, and then from there, start asking questions. Questions are the best resource you can find. I had questions that just took me literally just days to find out the problem. Now I ask the same question online and I got the answer in less than 1 hour. That could definitely have saved me 2 or 3 days of debugging and developing. So questions are the most important thing you can do. There's a great resource, and I'm going to put the link down there, about how to ask smart questions. And I'm not telling you there's dumb questions or no, but sometimes you want to be careful of what you're asking because we're not seeing your project and we're not going to see every single thing that you coded. So before we understand the logic of what you're trying to do, there's a certain type of way that you need to ask, and click in the description below. Trust me, it's kind of long, but it's worth reading. And a fourth thing that's basically going to be very, very important, it's finding a mentor. There's nobody else that can tell you better how the market is behaving, how things are working out there in the real world than somebody who's already making it. If you want to make a business, if you want to make your own development business, then find somebody who's actually working for a company that's doing that, startup company, or find somebody who's actually managing the company. And if you can, then find the person who's actually developing the product and actually is the CEO or the CTO of a company. They actually ask them a few minutes of their time. Find what they're writing about. Find what they're coding. If you can see their code on GitHub, that's great. Look at that. Find their projects, and then from there, start connecting with this person because you want to maintain a relationship between mentor and developer. Create that relationship, and then from there, I'm not telling you to drain their brains and then get out. You have to give the effort, you have to give something in return, and in return you can say you want to code for them, you want to debug some of their code, you're offering your time for experience. It's the best. This, trust me, this is the best. If you try to find an internship, this is the best type of internship you can get because it actually will teach you how to get things done, what is being used, and it will get you a personal trainer in coding. That's the most valuable thing you can possibly get. So these are the 4 ways you can actually get about coding. If I'm missing 1 or 2 things, put it in the description below. That's I always love to learn what are the new ways of learning coding, what are the new ways, techniques that you have found. If you haven't started yet, try to follow one of these links below and you get you started on your next computer science project. And if you're already an expert, please put everything what you can actually add to this video so we can start sharing this message with more and more people. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to share it on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or Google Plus. And from there, also don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm gonna put a lot of commenting when it comes to like developing technologies, how do they relate to business, and also some life hacking materials that are gonna help you develop that idea that you have from getting to 0 to done. My name is Renato Francia, and you're just listening to The Creative Process. Thank you very much. Have a great day.